Well, good morning. This morning we're reading from Daniel chapter 2, starting at verse 19. Then the mystery was revealed to Daniel in a vision of the night. And then Daniel blessed the God of heaven. Daniel answered and said, "Blessed be the name of God forever and ever, to whom belong wisdom and might. He changes times and seasons. He removes kings and he sets up kings. He gives wisdom to the wise and knowledge to those who have understanding. He reveals deep and hidden things. He knows what is in the darkness, and the light dwells with him. To you, O God of my fathers, I give thanks and praise, for you have given me wisdom and might, and have now made known to me what you asked of me, what we asked of you. For you have made known to us the king's matter." So Daniel and his friends, having prayed and asked that God would show them what it was that Nebuchadnezzar had dreamed, and then what the interpretation of that dream was, God has now answered them, and God has given Daniel this vision in the night. But rather than rush off to the palace to reveal it all and get their reprieve, Daniel pauses and he worships. How often, when God answers our prayer, do we forget to stop and to give him thanks and to give him praise? Daniel is such a model here. Just stops and he begins to worship. And his worship is revealing in and of itself of what he believes about God. Immediately we can see that Daniel sees that Yahweh is the one who is over kings and kingdoms, empires. It's the sovereign God who rules over political and economic events, over invasions and wars. We can see that Daniel is clear that wisdom comes from God, and even his own wisdom, his own ability to understand all the things that he understands, the ability to make the wise judgments that he makes. These are gifts from Almighty God. When we stop and give worship to God, we gain perspective on the world around us. When we stop and give thanksgiving to him, our eyes are open to the many blessings that we receive, that we have received from God, that we continue to receive. Perspective reshapes the way we engage with our world. The psalmist says, "Enter his courts with thanksgiving and his gates with praise." And Jesus opened a way for us to know the Father in an intimacy that would really not have been known in Daniel's day. Now the curtain has been torn and the holiest place, the place of God's dwelling, is open to us. In that sense, Eden is open to us again, where there is this relational freedom with the Father that Jesus has opened a way for us for. And he welcomes us before the Father to engage with the Father in this way, to know him. And that knowing starts with worship and thanksgiving. A relationship with God that isn't foundationed in thanksgiving and worship is an anemic one at best. So this morning, why not just, rather than asking God for the many things that we could ask him for today, why not just pause and begin to thank him? Begin to worship him, give him glory and honor. Pray prayers of thanksgiving and praise. Maybe sing a song or two. And as you do, just dwell in the Father's affection, knowing his joy and his kindness towards you, his tenderness. Allow his peace to descend on your heart today. Wherever anxieties arrive, just allow them to be settled by the peace of Jesus. And I look forward to seeing you tomorrow for another one of our devotionals.